Hi, grant writing peeps. Just wanted to check in with you about week 10. Can't believe it's week 10 already, but it is. We, in the last week, clarified for me most of y'all's grant writing projects are. A couple of y'all are still having difficulties with that. And I understand, but I do want to tell y'all one thing. This is not personal relationships. You call somebody or you give them an email. Oh, I don't want to bother them. This is work. This is professional stuff. If you call somebody and don't get an answer, call them the next day. If you email them somebody and you don't get an answer, you email them the next day. I would actually recommend doing both. And in our personal lives, that would be uncomfortable. But remember, if I get an email from someone at 8 o'clock in the morning and that's important, I need to answer that. And then I get called to a meeting or some issue comes up. And by the time I come back to my computer, that email has been pushed all the way down off my screen because of other work that's come in. That's not necessarily my case, but that's what happens with a lot of people as well. So if you don't hear back from people, politely stalk them. I don't mean that really, but if you're trying to get in touch with people, email and or call them every day until they get back to you. It's just being diligent. It's being on top of things. It's not, it's like I said, in our personal lives, that wouldn't be good behavior, but it's different in our work lives. I wanted to mention that to you because I've had a couple of people say, oh, I contacted this agency, never got back to me. Well, when did you call them? 2 weeks ago. And have you called back since? No. And really at that point, it becomes the student's problem, not the agency's. I did want to mention that. So week 10. I know what your projects are mostly. I have met with the vast majority of y'all to identify funding sources. If you haven't, make an appointment with me early this week and we'll identify a funding source for your grant. So you got the program, you got the funding source. Now we're going to begin working on need statements. And there's another video here called The Logic of Grant Writing. I want you to look at that because usually we start with a problem and then a solution to address the problem. We're doing a little bit backwards in that we've already got the program that we know what we're doing on behalf of our agency. We've got to identify what need or what problem in the community this program or agency is doing will address or solve. And if I really seems like I'm overdoing that, probably the most persuasive part of any grant application is the need statement. This is why you need to give us this money rather than other people who are probably very very deserving, but we need this money more because we've got the strong need in our community. So we're going to work on need statements. This week, we're going to finish writing our description of our project. We're going to begin working on need statements. We're going to do a little bit of reading about goals and objectives. So this week, describe our projects, work on a need statement, and then read about goals and objectives. That's what we're doing. Hope you have a good week. If you have any questions at all, please contact me. Thanks.